Good morning, everyone. Check Revelations. Yes, we're starting on time. It's April 15th. Happy anniversary early to me. That's my monthly anniversary, not the big one in a couple months. But anyway, I hope you're having a Friday so far. We're going to do what we can to make it better in the next hour. It's got to be an hour because we got places to be. We'll tell you more about it in approximately 1 minute.
Seconds.
Now comes the part where we throw our heads back and laugh. Ready?
Ready!
How dare you!
Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore, your morning dose of creative conversation and coffee with your host, Brian K. Morris, independent publisher, freelance hybrid author, award-winning playwright, Facebook famous YouTuber, and former mortician's assistant. Get ready to start your day off right.
And good morning, everyone. How the heck are you? Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore for Friday, April 15th, 2022. And we hope you're having a great week so far. And we'll see what we can do to make it better in the next 60 minutes. We've got to be out of here because this weekend I will be at Saluki Con tomorrow, in fact, Saturday the 16th from 10 o'clock until 7. Please come see us. We've got all kinds of brand new books out. And, well, show the cover, Brian. That's slick. Anyway, a whole bunch of Batman stuff and the brand new shorts book for which I am nominated for a writing award, the Pulp Factory Award for Best Short Story of 2021. And if you want to find out why I'm suddenly in demand, now's the time. And we've got books, we got sales. We're going to have some sales on stuff. And the more you buy, the worse my math gets. And Cookie will be with me. We're going to just have a whole lot of fun tomorrow. Check us out, and please come see us. We're going to be at the Southern Illinois University Student Center on the campus of Southern Illinois University in Carbondale, Illinois. So if you live anywhere within 12 hours driving distance, leave now. I'll understand if you leave the show and go come see me down there. But anyway, please come see us down there. We're going to have a whole lot of fun. And a whole bunch of Nevermorians are going to be set up down there like Lacey Lemke, Amy Hill, Kathy Jackson, Molly Daniels, Candace Comaleri, Rick Bradley, Jason Nugent. I'm forgetting somebody, I'm sure. So come on down and see us, and we'll have a good time together tomorrow. And also reminding you that we are brought to you by the Rising Tide Broadcasting Network, the Rising Tide Publications, as well as Plasma Fire Graphics. Plasma Fire Graphics, when the look of your book matters to you. Great books deserve great covers, and Jeffrey Hayes is a master at creating them. He's got a couple with my image or my images represented there, like this one. He did this powerful cover, and he's also done the new Captain Hawkland, the Skyhook Remnant that just came on sale in ebook form. He's done the cover for that. It's gorgeous. It was so good that when he showed it to me, I actually rewrote part of the story so that it was as good as the cover. So check that out from stormgatepress.com and on Amazon. And also check out Jeffrey Hayes and the work he does. Go to the Plasma Fire Graphics Facebook page, then pop on over to the plasmafiregraphics.com and check out more examples that have seen print, and then inquire about his indie creator-friendly pricing structure for all the graphics you need to sell your work. That's Plasma Fire Graphics, when the look of your book matters to you, because it definitely matters times to your readers. And here's that Captain Hawkland piece right there. It's a little low res. I got to get a better one, but that's a pretty awesome cover. And also, we mentioned the Rising Tide Broadcast Network. Don't forget tonight, Drinking with the Davies at 7 p.m. with Ted and Christine Davies, followed by the Historical Fencing Guild with Nicholas Anthony Tucker. And then tomorrow night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, from the desk of the Small Press Publisher, Joe D. McPhee shares his wisdom with you, and he's got a guest on tomorrow. That'll be awesome. And then 11 p.m. will be Stupid O'Clock with Joe Dog McKeel and his panel of zanies as they talk about all things geek, followed by Dan's Stupid O'Clock, or no, excuse me, that's Last Man Standing with Dan Hollifield. I lost my place on the card here. It's at 1 a.m. Sunday morning, and then followed by Comics, Chaos, and Sass with the lovely Heather Ellen. You will want to check all of that out. Please subscribe to our Rising Tide Broadcast Network page on Facebook. Also, you want to check out our Patreon page, www.patreon.com/Brian K. Morris, where you can read our works in progress. Right now, this week, we're going to be printing the final chapter of The Terrors that I'm hoping to have out in about 2 or 3 months. And also check out some of these wonderful people, because they've got Patreon pages of their own, and you will be enchanted by them. But please come see mine for $1 a month. You get access to my twice weekly blog. Every blog deserves a name. And if you hit me at the $5 level, you get to read my works in progress before anyone else does, before they're even fully edited. Holy cats, could you get blackmail with stuff on me? But anyway, please come check me out there on Patreon. And also check out last night's Comic Book Spectrum. We had a real good time despite some technical problems in Southern Illinois, but and the absence of our dear friend Brian Rodman. But the four of us soldiered on, and we were fully zombified for the occasion. So definitely check out last night's episode of Comic Book Spectrum. All right, you will be glad you did. And let's pop into your comments, because we've only got about 60 minutes here. Actually, about 53. So anyway, let's go to the top of the thing here. And yes, Michaela Jade, you are first, not only in our comments, but in our hearts as well at 9:28. We love you, hon. Hope you have a great weekend. And everyone, Donna, Carlene saying hello to Michaela, mwah, to the ladies. And first to comment anyway, there you go. And everyone's saying hello. And Brian's online. He just commented something on one of my posts. I guess I should look at it. You never know what I'm going to say. Do you ever have people that when the little menu comes down on Facebook says so-and-so has mentioned you in a comment? Now, are you dividing up your friends and like, oh, so-and-so said something, I should check it out because I know I will be amused or gratified? And then there's some who I have on my list. It's like, oh crap, what the hell are they saying now? I better check that out and do some damage control. So yeah, do you have anybody that's like, oh, they said something, I don't care what they said. Anyway, good morning and thank you. You're safe and ready to hear Brian. Thank you, Teresa Dunn. Wow, good morning to you. And poor Teresa had a mishap involving a woodland animal yesterday. Fortunately, she and her husband and son are all okay, glad to say, but don't scare us like that, Teresa. Stay safe, too. And Michaela Jade says, I'm finishing my side of edits for Warrior's Honor, making sure it's ready to send to you and Carl. Excellent. And good morning to Michaela, Donna, and Teresa and BKM when he arrives. And here I am. Oh, and I'll bet you're happy to be done with that book, Michaela. Isn't that a good feeling to know you're done, at least with each phase of getting a book out? Because it's not just you write it and it's published. It has to go through the editing processes and all. At least if you give a damn about your work, that is, and you want to make it as good as possible. Carl Wisman says, so writing question, when you are done writing a book, is that feeling of relief worth all the effort of writing it? I'd have to say that it is for me. Oh, Carl, it really is. At least for me. I'd love to hear what everyone else has to say. And since Nick isn't here, I have to fill in for pre-show. Thank you, Carl. I do appreciate that. I do. I owe you some alcohol and at least 3 books. But anyway, I would say, yeah, it really is. Because just starting it means I've done something a lot of people won't do. And finishing it puts me in even rarer air. And I feel pretty good. I mean, I've got one novel. I've got the first draft of it done. I'm not real happy with it, but it's a start. But at least I got that first draft done. So I'm happy with myself in that regard. So I'd say, yeah, it's definitely worth it. Especially Well, I'd say even if you take a long time to write that book, or you just just kind of grind it out, there is a certain feeling of satisfaction that comes with just getting that first draft done. So yeah, in every level, it's like, okay, I'm closer. I'm closer to the goal. This is great. And everyone's saying hello to Teresa, and oh yeah, and Carl too. And she's so excited to see me, huh? Yeah, it shows, Carl. She's just oozing with excitement. And I was pretty excited to see you bring me more coffee. Does that count? I would say so. And yes, Carl, that feeling of done is one of relief, but then excitement hits me for the next project. Yeah, that's it. Or I can even get excited for the next phase. For instance, I'm editing The Terrors right now for publication. I have had to add a chapter to start the thing out with, but now I'm going through and I'm adding some stuff, because one thing I found, I did chapter 4 yesterday, I believe it was, and or 3 rather. I started back on number 3, and I checked the I needed a character. I had something intended when I first wrote it, then I thought, no, I need to foreshadow someone who comes in at the end and really makes a critical difference. So he's not just, a cipher. And so I bring him in chapter 3 just for a walkthrough. So it worked out really well. Carl Witzman, it's good to add this stuff. That's what this phase is for as far as my writing goes. To add the stuff that I create towards the end of the book to foreshadow it. It's like the playwright Henrik Ibsen used to say that if someone pulls out a gun from their pocket in Act 3, you better have shown them putting that gun in the pocket in Act 1. So Carl Witzman laughs at us all and says, I've discovered what I want my superpower to be able to induce sleep in any living being by naming them. Boom, they sleep instantly. Nighty-night, Vladimir Putin and Calvin. Now, are you putting Calvin's evil at the same level of Vladimir Putin's? I'm just curious about that. And excitement of the next project and the dread. Only for you, Carl. You say that now, but wait until it's like the Revenge of the Return of the Mad Gasser Cheerleader starts production. And no, says Michaela J, not really dread. I love new stories, which for me wind up being adventures. Definitely. And even the writing is an adventure unto itself. And yeah, it is cool. And I just asked the cover model for my book if he had a video of him walking away from the camera. He replied, no, but he can make one for me. I love my life. I hear that. I hear that. And Michaela J just crossed into creeper territory there. She's going to see my footprints probably. Not for male models, but, everyone to their own. And you have nothing to dread. You're too awesome. There you go. And hashtag writers only fans. Carl, I do know a couple creative people in our community who have those accounts. Oh, but there goes all my royalties. And anyway, the next adventure, Michaela Jade erotica books. Oh, there. Hey, you need a beta reader, darling. I'm there. And another question for authors from Carl Witzman. Does Amazon make you upload your cover as a PDF? I only heard about that this morning. I'd have to ask Cookie, because I don't do, well, actually I do the uploading, but I don't format anymore, like I used to. I like to do the tag, Ping. I was wondering, Cookie, just, if you couldn't hear that comment from the next room, saying that she uploads hers as a ping. Now, unless this is some new development, which I don't think it is, because Cookie's been doing some formatting for Prose Press recently on covers too. And I think it's been pings most of the time. You don't really want to use a JPEG because of the absence of information that makes up a more beautiful image, a more detailed image. Like the one I showed you earlier, the Captain Hawkland adventure I wrote, that's a JPEG. I took it off, I think off Amazon or someplace, and I need to replace it actually. But a PDF would work too. I just think ping would be better because it gives even more information to the printer. And go for it, Michaela Jade. We agree. Michaela's doing it all. And from this Small Press Publisher, morning to you. Morning, Joe D. McPhee. Glad to have you last night on Comic Book Spectrum. You were awesome as always. Please check out that show. It was great. And someone said that Donna needs to add more sex scenes to her books. Where are you wanted in the preface too? I want it in the table of contents. I want it in the cover blurb. I want it in the glue along the spine. At least I hope that's glue. Anyway, from the desk of the Small Price Publisher, happy Saluki Con, Brian. Hope all is well and that you were ready for safe travels. We are the van got loaded this morning. Like I said, Calgon will not be coming with us this time because we have a room. But we will be having Calgon with us probably for Windy City Pulp and Paper. Now, we're not setting up there. We're just attendees. But we're really looking forward to that extravaganza. But yes, we are ready. All the comics and all, or not the comics. We're not bringing comics this time. We're bringing books and other groovy things for the denizens of Southern Illinois. And hopefully hook up with some of our friends at dinner. It's going to be a lot of fun. So we are ready to go, and thank you, Jody McPhee. And I hope you have a great weekend, too. And good luck on your show tomorrow. And everyone's saying hello. And Carl, are you imitating Perry White while editing Donna's book? He says, yeah, just about. And it's just as long as she doesn't call him Chief, it's all going to be good. And hello, Skunk Rocker. Mwah. Good morning to you, brother. Hope you are doing well on this Friday. And Too Bad Unsolved Mysteries still isn't produced. This is Donna Carlene. I could go on there and tell my adoption story and maybe find my half-brothers and half-sister. You never know, and you've got the internet. I've got a cousin on my mother's side that I have lost contact with a number of decades ago, actually. And with her when her father had died, I just have no link to her. I wouldn't mind saying hello to her, make sure she's okay. I understand that. That might be something to try. There's probably websites where you could do that. And hey, Joe, hey, Skunk from McAllen. Wow, right on time. Be still my heart. I know. I probably should have had a defibrillator ready. And everyone's saying hello to Skunk. And thank you for sharing this, Ryan. Please, folks, if you've enjoyed any part of the show or plan to in the future, please like us on Facebook, like this video. Please like the page you're watching it on, whether it's Kathy Jackson's books or Rising Tide Publications or Rising Tide Broadcasting page, or if you're on YouTube for the better sound and quality and a few seconds sooner, please give this video a thumbs up or even a thumbs down if you're not enjoying it. It's all part of the engagement. And if you're watching us on the rerun, please leave a comment and I will try to reply to you. Also, please subscribe if you have not already, and clang that bell when it comes up so you're notified of all of our future broadcasts. And good morning, Nevermore. It's from Ryan Permison. How are you? Follow me here on Ryan, and I quote, in his Linktree page there for all of his projects. I need to get mine updated too. And happy National Anime Day, everyone. Happy National Anime Day to you too, Ryan. I have only one cup of coffee this morning. I'm doing well. And everyone's saying, and from this was Paul Press saying hello to Don McHale and Kath Rothamel. Good morning. Mwah. Hugs and kisses to you, sweetheart. It's good to see the art goddess here. I hope you are doing well this morning and liked and shared. God bless you, Donna Carlene. I love you. And good morning to the Skunk Rocker and Nicholas Tucker. Good morning to you, sir. Good morning, Nevermore. I hope you are well. Friday mornings are always so busy, I'm sure. Probably prepping for tonight's show, the Historical Fencing Guild on YouTube every Friday night, 8 p.m., 7 p.m. Central. Please check it out, part of the Rising Tide Network. And have fun. I wish I was near. I wish you were too, Kat. I really do. And waste times, I'm going to get it to your 20. I'm going to get to your location. We're going to embrace. We are. And join Ryan Permison Saturday at noon Eastern for, and I quote, crime fiction writer John L. French, and he'll take your questions and he'll give them back when they're done. Check out that show tomorrow afternoon. And have fun this weekend at conventions and sell tons of books. That's the plan, Ryan. Thank you very much. And William A. Bowe, mwah, love you, brother. How you doing? Hi, Brian. How are you and everyone? Be safe, Brian, and much super congrats on your new books and Story of the Year nomination. Thank you. I'm still a little over the moon about getting nominated. I didn't think I nominated myself because I thought, well, I should get at least one vote. And then to find out I made it. And I think you had to have like a certain number of votes. It wasn't a huge amount. It's not like I needed 10,000 names on a petition or anything. But I did get at least enough to be nominated. And I'm like, okay. So I'm cautiously optimistic, and I'd like to thank everyone in advance who voted for me. I really do. We'll find out the results in about, I think it's a 3 or 4 week. I think it's 3 weekends from now, at the Windy City Pulp and Paper Show in Lombard, Illinois. And if you have any interest in this sort of thing, I urge you to get up there. It is a lot of fun. Don't take the expressway though to get there. Um, there's a better way, because otherwise you're going to wind up spending at least $30 in uh, tolls on the way up. And I'm like, this is a brutal reminder why I no longer live in Illinois. But no, we went up through Route 45, which is Manheim Road, and we went up through LaGrange, which is a beautiful little community, very bohemian. And once we're at the very edge of the business district, we turned west, and I want to say it's Cicero Avenue. I don't think it is though. But anyway, we took that and wound up connecting with after just a few miles, connecting up with the north-south road that went by the Westin Hotel where this is being held. And also Sunday, I will be part of a new pulp panel there too. Andy Fix is having me back, and I'm also supposed to be having a reading on Sunday afternoon too. So it's a packed weekend for Brian. It's going to be a lot of fun though. Definitely a lot of fun. And I cannot wait for summer breakaways, says Cat Rothamo. I can imagine, sweetheart. It's time for you to be creative and get stuff done. Excellent. And Ryan Permisson says, I am grateful for this community and all your support. Have a safe and productive day. Everyone, you too, Ryan, and good luck on your show tomorrow. And Carl says hello to people, as does Donna. And Terrence Rashiel is here. Hello, Brian. Terry, mwah, much love to you and Pam. Hope you and my sister are doing well, and look forward to seeing you sometime this summer. That'd be great. Bah, that was fun hitting the button. Oh, sweetheart, you can hit my button anytime. Oh, be still my heart. And John B. Pike at johnpike.com. Check out cerealbox.fun too. And good morning, Multiverse. Hey there, friends and foes. Hey, John, last night you were name checked last night on the Power Rangers comic, and it does look good. I think I am going to probably pick it up if I find a copy this weekend. And I'm in the picture. Yes, you are. And Joe, I've got to apologize to you for taking so long to do it. It's just, in the press of other matters, I was completely oblivious. And then one day I realized, Joe's a regular now. We ought to put him in the picture. So they're probably, given our absences as of late, we probably ought to have like multiple pictures. Eric ought to have like all the combinations of who can be there. We'll have some without Brian. We'll have some without Clyde. Some without Eric. One without at least one of us. And Eric is probably like flipping me off right now in Southern Illinois. And Donna says yes, and I cringe every time I see you or Carl had commented or posted. As well you should. And Carl speaks for me. That's right. And hello, Nick. How are you and the family this morning? And sorry if quieter than normal, doing necessary cleaning. We understand, my friend. You labor away. We hope we can entertain you till the top of the hour. And good morning to you, Eric Hawkins. Definitely check us out last night. Check out that great review Eric had on a new book about Alice in Wonderland in comic form on Comic Book Spectrum last night. And the Eric has arrived. Eric, how did you do last night on your drawing show? And good morning to you. Hugs and kisses to you. Mwah. Hope you're doing well today. And Pops Van Zandt, good morning. Jumped over 2K overnight. Let's go on Indiegogo. Enter the Cromniverse anthology. Check out that anthology. All about Crom. And Donna says hello to the Eric. Oh, and by the way, the Eric has gone over his Kickstarter. Please check it out. It's and Eric, I trust you'll put in a link to it. On Kickstarter, Eric has passed the $5,000 goal, which I'm sure Pops will catch up swiftly. And he's doing it without Kickstarter's help, so it's awesome. And hey, yo, Pops, how you doing, brother? And yo, right back from Carl. And good to hear about the ping on Amazon. I questioned the author about the PDF, but she hasn't gotten back to me yet. I think she's gonna need a ping on that, because I think it's one of the forms, and I'm not even going to try to guess what the one is behind it, but JPEG is one of the one of the worst you can use because of the compression of information on it. And Ma'am Executive Producer is here. Can we get a cameo of the hand? She is lounging in the next room, but if she can hear me and wants to bring her hand in, She is welcome. Cookie? Oh, she's come to give us the hand. More than likely, the finger, but here she comes. Here she comes. She's rolling up her sleeve. She means business. Yes. Screenshot. Thank you, honey.
You're welcome.
And Joe D. McPhee thanks you, too.
He's welcome, too.
All right, Joe. I hope you're happy now. We do take requests. And speaking of requests, John B. Pica got a $12,000 love letter from the IRS this week. Anyone want to host a GoFundMe? You could do it yourself. Yeah, I can see where you might want to. Now, is that taxable income, or are you going to burn that bridge when you get to it? And Nick Tockard, 5 likes, 10 watchers. Like, share, and subscribe, please. Thank you, Nick. Yes, please, if you're watching this right now, please take just a second and like this on Facebook, and also give it a thumbs up on YouTube, because it does help us so much in the algorithms, and we can use it. We really can. And hello, Nevermorians. Mike Jimmy. Mwah. Love the plushie. Sorry to hear about the printing. Dude. Oh, man. Oh, but just got home from my side job and having a dead phone, so just ordered a new one. Wow. You're having a couple days, aren't you, Mike Jimmy? Oh, man. But check out Nerd Bacon. Mike Jimmy Lorch-de-Bruin is the co-host, along with Nick Tockard and Luke Stone, of that wonderful show on Ragin' 2. It is great. And speaking of great, good morning, Brian K. Good morning, Dr. John. How you doing, John Celestri? A more than capable animator, a brilliant comic book artist, and the guy who makes at least 25% of the Star Wars Christmas holiday special rather watchable. Anyways, genius. And speaking of genius, John, glad to have you here. Hope you are having a great Friday, and hope you will have a great weekend, my friend. And Carl is saying hello to people, and there he is. Good morning, my fellow Brian and Nevermorians. Well, this weekend, donkey balls. The air has betrayed me once again, and I'm wishing for a nebulizer suit even more than usual. I was telling everyone last night, Brian, I don't know if you were watching, that you were deep in, I wasn't going to say you were sick, and that's why you couldn't make it. I was going to say that you were in deep cover researching the next issue of the Nebulizer, which, by the way, speaking of which, we are 1 week from the launch of the Nebulizer #2. That's right. Next Friday, we're going to try and get funded in record time so Robin can breathe easier. That makes one of you. So help us get there and sign up at that bit.ly address, Mighthead, to join the shenanigans. I already have, and I'll be home. So when you do your thing, I will do my best to spread the word about your nebulizer campaign. And we've got Eric with his, and then Joe D. McPhee is going to start his for Amazonia #7. So we are well represented, Nevermorians. We are. Mike Jimmy says hello to Carl. And rock and roll art goddess, I know who you are, sweet thing. Good morning, Brian, and the magnificent magical Morris Monsters. How the heck are you? Love you, miss you. Cannot wait for summer break. Love you, miss you too, Kat. And thank you for tuning in under another ID so we get more viewers. Thank you, my darling. And Brian Robin, I really missed you guys last night on CBS, by the way. Asthma willing, I'll be back next week. Well, we hope so. We missed you too, man. You always are missed. And my artist friends, says Eric Hawkins, did a great job drawing my Oz characters on Drawn and Quartered fan edition last night. One even drew Toto in a mechanized basket suit. I was so jealous I didn't think of that. Oh, man. Oh, that's genius. That is great. Oh, that's good news. We'll be checking out what they got done. And hey, Carl, good morning, all from Comics Talk and Pops Fans, and sign up for that YouTube page. Mike Jimmy says also, the entire print run of the main cover of Life on Korra 5 can go into the trash thanks to someone severely ignoring quality control. There's print marks and color errors all over in every issue. Oh man, that's got to hurt. But hopefully they're going to make it right with you. Correct? Please let us know. And I saw that, Mike Jimmy says, Carl Witzman. Wow, where's their quality control person asleep at the wheel? Yeah, you know, a lot of places to save money are getting rid of quality control, and then they have to reprint the work. Of course, when I worked construction, we had a ductile iron main explode while the guys were installing it during the pressure test. And it came close to killing someone and almost, if nothing, and broke his leg in a couple places, and a chunk of metal hit it. And I called the manufacturer just out of curiosity we were following up on it, and they said, you know what, if you guys have to go into overtime, do some overtime to catch up on your progress, or just we'll make it good with you. We'll pay for your overtime. We'll pay all your expenses, and we will replace the pipe that was destroyed. And I said, well, do you have anything resembling water quality? Because we're having to replace a number of your pipes every day. And he said, you know what? It's easier for us to pay for you to, it's cheaper for us to pay you to replace the job than it is for us to hire someone to do quality control all day. And that's terrifying. That is. Rock and Roll Art Guys continues. I'm here on the YouTube now because I don't know if my comments were coming through on the Facebook. So I jumped on here. I had to look up my password. Tee wink wink. Ooh. Is it something naughty? Something involving me? He said, hoping. Oh my goodness, yes. And Nick Tucker said, yes, I'm leaning into so more philosophical angles for the Historical Fencing Guild today. I think there's a lot of contemplation in situational awareness. Situational awareness is something that has kept me safe for a number of decades. So yes, I agree with you, Nick. I will try to catch that on the rerun later. And yes, I look forward to our big hug. Rock and Roll Art Guys, they're probably going to have to call a SWAT team and a dozen crowbars to get us separated, I think. And speaking of somebody I know hugs, I do owe hugs to, I'm sure, is Joe Bachman. Joe, good morning to you. Good morning, folks. Hope everyone is having a good Friday so far. So far, so good, doing great. And Carl Whitson, my inside guy, is at his honeymoon, I think. So yeah, this sucked. Oh, dude, I feel for you, Mike. I really do. And I trust they will make it right with you. I really do. And there he is, Joe Dog McKeel. Stupid o'clock last night. Got to watch it. Also, Last Man Standing with Dan Hallfield. Hello to you. And if I had hit enter, I would have posted sooner. I've done that a lot. I also like start emails and then get distracted and forget I started them. And I told you, yeah, John, you did. I really did. I really should have looked a little more carefully through that book. It's beautiful. Freddie Williams, I love his artwork. He's done some really glorious work, especially on the Batman Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles team up. And there's a guy that he works in digital, and he's a master at it. He really is. So yeah, I'm definitely going to look for that, John. I really am, and thank you for the recommendation. And there she is, our darling Sarah. Morning. My day started at 3 a.m. I'm not very coherent right now. Grinding the job realm. Oh, Sarah, good luck to you, sweetheart. I hope you have a good weekend. I will try to touch base with you. And Rock and Roll Arcus goes, well, I aim to be creative almost every stinking day. It's the only thing keeping me sane and a teaching warrior. I've got much content for Diary of a COVID Classroom Teacher. It's crazy. Oh, darling, keep me posted on that. That sounds like a very worthwhile project. That sounds amazing. Seriously, I'd love to see it. And hi, Hands and Cookie Ross. Yes, she does, Rock and Roll Art Guys. And with any luck, you'll meet her. And don't think I will behave any better when she's around. I promise you that. Ask any of my friends. I don't. And hi, Sarah. I won't behave nicely around you either. And behold, not one, but two hands of Cookie, the two hands of doom. That's right, Brian Rodman. And we got double barrels. Thanks, Madam Executive Producer. Here we go. And John Celester says, I learned a lot about story pacing from studying Old Shadow and Doc Savage pulp novels. Oh, John, you are so right. I probably learned more from Lester Dent and other pulp, geniuses than I did from, say, my schooling, because I think I've read all but a handful of the Will Murray Doc Savage pulps. I've read all of the originals. And the Shadows, I've scratched the surface because there were over 300 of them, I think. But I really, Walter Gibson was a superb writer, and not just in pulp either. So yeah, and when I plot my stories, I do use the Lester Dent master plot, John. So that is a godsend right there. But yeah, coolness. And Brianna K. Wheeler, glad to see you back. Mwah! Hope your day. Hey, thank you for the flower, darling. How's everyone doing? We are doing magnificently. We're going to be in Saluki Con in Carbondale, Illinois tomorrow at the Southern Illinois Student Center on the heart of the Southern Illinois University campus. And we'll have books. We'll have the only time we allow the word snow to be used on this show. I'm in here. We will have copies of that along with our trilogy of Batman books about the 1960s Batman show. And some of our classics like Santa Stein, the original Skyman Bells, the Master of Steam, Volcano, Rebirth of the Champion, the Haunting Scripts of Bachelor's Grove, and others. Lots of others. We got stuff. Oh boy, have we got stuff. But anyway, Brianna, glad to see you this morning. Wow. Hope your morning's going well. Hope you're looking forward to a good weekend. And Brian R., you're always missing. Aren't you glad their aim isn't improving? Yeah, seriously. And Brian, Glenn, how's my Glenn today? Check out this book, still available on Indiegogo. This is a hardcover book featuring Glenn's visit to the home of Jack Kirby and the illumination the great artist provided. And also, not only does it have this wonderful book, it also contains a DVD with filmed evidence of their encounter. And the book is lavishly, photographically illustrated. There is stuff on virtually every page. And I'm not going to even tell you how beautifully this book is edited. It is awesomely edited. Look at that. I am flipping through it random. I'm not even looking. And there's something on every page. And there's added bonus stuff in here. It's definitely worth it. If you enjoy the work of Jack Kirby, and thank you so much for this inscription. Really, really appreciate it, Glenn. But anyway, this is available right now on Indiegogo in demand. So please check it out. Jack Kirby, A Personal Journey, words and pictures by the wonderful Glenn B. Fleming. And hi, everyone. Glenn, glad you're here. And Glenn! And Joe Dog McKeel says, now for some witty. Thank goodness all we've had is me so far. The real reason we can't find Bigfoot and is the aliens scooped up 1 year ago, and that probe was more than the old fella can take, and that is the reason they hide so well now. Well, I remember this reminded me, Joe Dog, of one of the monologues to the Graham Norton show. One of my regrets in not watching a lot of TV is I miss a lot of Graham Norton, and I think he's one of the funniest human beings alive. And he is openly gay, and he did a skit one time on the alien sightings. I think it was in conjunction with the government declassifying a whole bunch of UFO related material, and he said, well. He was talking about, all these people getting all these anal probes. Can you imagine that? I mean, I think about it, aliens over here. So he can do that sort of thing. He's funny. Anyway, Joe Dog McKeel, that makes sense, actually. Yes, that does. Yeah, you talk about Bigfoot. A friend of mine and I worked on a comic book concept, and I thought, this is genius. I keep trying to get him to work with it on me, but he's kind of retired from art now. Darn it. I really want to get it out there. And Brian Robbins says, oh, yes, I saw this. We received the books last night for Memoirs of an Angel #8. They look so good, you guys. Mike Jimmy's going to be jealous. We'll begin shipping this weekend. Thank you for your patience with the fulfillment for this one. My health and family passing away delayed this one quite a bit. Some creators may not care about being over 2 or 3 years late, but it bothers me so much when I get behind like this. And seriously, I wish more creators had your attitude and Mike Jimmy's. And Eric's. I know I felt that way when I did my campaign 5 years ago. I mean, I wanted it to, it's not like I wanted it to end. I knew it would eventually, but I just wanted it to get fulfilled because people were waiting on this stuff. And you don't want somebody like 6 months, 2 years down the road going, oh, I forgot I ordered this. It's making me want. There's a couple of campaigns that are ridiculously late that I'm thinking very strongly of going back. The communication was good up to a point when then all of a sudden they realize they can't make it. I'm about to change my review of it that they suck. And if that does any good, but yeah, God bless you, Brian. Brian, I hope you get feeling better, brother. I worry for you. I really do. And Scott Crocker says, I think the reason I really want to see that new movie, The Bad Guys, is because it combines two of my favorite things: heist flicks and furries. Dude, that's if that that's shut up and take my money territory. I'd pay for that, and I'm not even a furry, dude. And Brianna K. Wilder says, I'm so sad it is impossible to just pop over to the other continent for a day trip. If interesting stuff going on. Darling, if I had my TARDIS out of the shop, I would come and get you. We're looking at a really great weekend. And the fun thing is about if you do this creative thing right, I rarely go to a show where I don't have at least one friend. That's kind of cool. Like this weekend, I'm going to be hanging out with about a dozen of my creative friends down there. So the weekend will already be a success, emotionally at least. And then I'm going. My next show after this, actually, I don't have any shows that I'm aware of. I have one appearance at the end of May right now. I'm going to use that to get my projects done, actually. So I'm not looking to start anything, with the exception of maybe Fowler, Nick. You know, you never know about that. But I'm going to be up at the Windy City Pulp and Paper, but that's mostly for my own enjoyment. Plus, I've got some obligations on that Sunday there, but I've got friends up there now too, and it's really nice. And so, my darling, if we could, we would come and get you and show you the sights here of the continent. But anyway, we're glad you're here with us. You brighten up our room. And I mean, it's not impossible, just really, really, really expensive skunk rocker. That's true. I had a late friend of mine work for the post office, and he told me, we got talking about delivery, and this was several years ago. He said, if you go into a post office on, the day before Christmas and you want to send a refrigerator to Beijing and get it there by noon, the post office can get it done. They will make it happen. You're going to pay for it. Probably if you could afford that, you could pay John B. Pica's tax bill, that sort of thing. So yeah, it's super expensive, and you got to wonder if it's worth it, to make up for bad planning. And Mike Jimmy Lurch of the Bruins still here, but I had to gobble up some food because I was starving. My friend, you take care of yourself. We need you in this community. You got that? Anyway, a complaint has been sent to the printer, and I'm awaiting a reaction. However, Good Friday is a holiday here, so I might not get anything back till Tuesday. Oh, that shows what a heathen I am. Happy Good Friday, everyone. Oh, I tell you, 2020 has destroyed my time sense. Aside from conventions, I don't know what's going on anymore. And Sarah, says Glenn. And Brian Robbins says, I've been getting a lot of compliments about my coloring of late. I have to admit that I have been studying darker animation that features cell shading like Night on Bald Mountain from Fantasia, The Black Cauldron, Secret of Nim, and classic Batman the Animated Series. All of these make for excellent case studies for color. I totally agree. What was another one I saw? Some of the work of Ralph Bashki too. A lot of it's a little rough, but I would toss in there what did I see? Wizards. He did a movie called Wizards that was just brilliant. It was so much fun. I remember seeing it in the theater, and I remember that was I saw a clip for a film that I started looking forward to. It was called Star Wars there. I thought, wow, it looks like a major motion picture company has actually spent more than $1.95 on their special effects. This ought to be good. So anyway, our rock and roll art guy says, loves me some Graham Norton. He's a hoot. He is hilarious. Like I said, I don't watch network TV anymore. I don't watch much TV at all, except to binge watch occasionally. And that's one of the few shows I miss. That and Keeping Up on Doctor Who. Those are about the only two right now, really. And Ninja Genko mocks us with his laughter. We're glad to have you, Ninja Genko. Hope you're having a great Friday. And yes, I'm having an awful week that I'm surprisingly not bothered with at all. I got good people, good comics, good books, and life just happens as it happens. Mike Jimmy Lurch de Bruin, I want to tell you something. This might help you too. There is a motivational speaker I really adore named Les Brown. And if you look him up on Wikipedia, he's got a story. He really does. He was literally born with his twin brother on a dirt floor, and immediately the two were separated. And Les has overcome so much to become so popular and so so wonderful, and he still has the common touch. But he had a saying one time that helps me through rough situations: trouble has not come to stay, it has come to pass. And that's power. Those are powerful words. You just keep telling yourself that, Mike, you will get through this, and you will have, and I promise we'll be with you. Okay. And Phil Thompson says, morning, I need to entertain my audience with awesome artwork for my books. Well, you got the awesome artwork, my friend. You've got it in bucket loads. Just keep sharing it, my man. You are doing so well. I'm proud of you. And Skullcracker says, I can't possibly have that attitude even with my new medication. If I wake up slightly late for work at my day job, I'm just like, oh my God, everything's terrible. I suck so bad. Just take me out. I understand that. I understand that feeling, but at least I try to have a good attitude. Skunk, most of the time you've got a great attitude, and I appreciate you immensely. I really do. And Rick Bradley, we'll see you in a few hours. Did you know the UK versions of FIFA 2001 and Gran Turismo 2 shipped with the peculiar idea of scratch and sniff discs? If you scratch the FIFA's disc, you would smell the pitch. Rubbing Gran Turismo 2's disc would deliver an authentic pit stop smell. And Skullcracker goes, I know. And Rick, I'm just glad that none of my adult DVDs have that feature. That could be embarrassing. Anyway, that's great, Rick. Thank you. And Mike Jimmy says, Skunk, it's not easy, but thinking in solutions helps. Also, if you wake up late, they'll never take away those extra hours of snoozing bliss. I love your attitude, Mike Jimmy. You rock. And that's one of those things, though, it depends on who you ask. That's true. That is true. Well, just ask us. We'll keep you grounded here. And Rick Bradley says, find out more bites of video game knowledge on R&D Gaming. Coming soon, April 25th, as long as things go to plan on the Rising Tide Network. Yes! Committing to a date. I like that. Also, check out his author page on that bit.ly address, R. Bradley. You can sink your claws into the Nightmare Collective, eat some apple pie with Marvin's Night Out, bask in the glory of the award-winning Pulp Reality #1, which I will have copies of in Carbondale this weekend, and I have one copy left of Pulp Reality #2. And try to hide from the tales of the weird and strange, all of which feature the great work of Rick Bradley. And Skullcracker says, I've always maintained that I am queer. I am more than just cis and bisexual. Sexuality is a spectrum, not hard-drawn lines. For some people, I would say it might be hard-drawn lines, but, nothing wrong. Nothing wrong with any of that as far as I'm concerned. I mean, many of us who are spiritual, we serve a God of love. So, we love you, and we love your life. That's all we ask of you. All right. And that you respect the love of others. So that's cool with me, man. That's absolutely fine. And I thought the last Friday was Good Friday. So Carl's just as confused as I am. Sorry, Carl. And Skullcracker says, I get that some people feel that the Q should be questioning, and that's fine, but it's not how I feel. Anyway, I've been lifting heavy stuff all day, so somebody give me a hand down off the soapbox, brother. We'll call OSHA and solve the safety rails for you, man. Your soapbox is welcome here, seriously. And Carl Westman says, Mike Jimmy Lordship de Bruin says it's the Friday before Easter here, but it might be different for other countries. Oh, that's true. Excuse me, that is true. I hadn't thought of that, and that's good. That's good to be reminded of, Mike Jimmy. Thank you. But it's the same this year here. So, and Rick Riley says, or if you don't want to wait for the mail, come visit me and many other amazing authors tomorrow at Saluki Con, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. and pick up all 4 of my books at a discounted price. That is a glorious opportunity there, and I will have books, and so will a lot of our friends. So please check us out, all right? And Brianna K. Wheeler says it was fun catching you all online for a bit. Got to head out to cook dinner. See you all around. Stay awesome. Brianna, you are already ahead of us on the awesome thing. Mwah. Have a great evening, and we look forward to your return here. Thank you for being here. We do appreciate you. We do. And Brian Robin, Bashki's Wizards is fantastic. Also, Fire and Ice, yes. I love his rotoscope animation. There's a new animated film that really captures that style. It's called Spine of Night, and it's available on Shudder, and well worth the watch. Trust me, I wish more original content like this was produced and accepted by the general audience. Totally agree with you, man. Totally agree with you. And also, Fire and Ice, I forgot about that. That was a decent one, too. There was another one, Rock and Rule, I think came out of Bashki, or was that Nelvana? I can't remember. But yeah, there's some good color work and all of that. I'm glad you're studying, and your color work is you were good before. You're awesomer now. So, and no worries, Brian says, Mike Jimmy, positivity is all the way from me. Was pissed yesterday, of course. Don't blame you. But that too will pass. If they don't reprint for me, I'll get a digital print run instead, like for the variants. Yeah. Seriously. And find another printer. There's always another one. And Brian Robin says, I love the old saying, this too shall pass. Either it will pass or you will pass. I'm more firmly rooted in hoping that it will pass away from me and leave my friends alone too. And yay for positivity. Agreed, Nick Tockard. And Sarah's comment got blocked. And dang it, YouTube, stop censoring us. Sarah. I'm sorry. I don't know how it's. Did I put my foot in my mouth? Crap. And Carl has approved Sarah's comments. Good. Yeah, that's something I can't do while I'm on the air, unfortunately, and that's why we have Eric Hawkins and the wonderful Carl Witzman, who take care of me, and thank God for it. I need it. And love is love, and I love you too. Thank you, Kat. And you're fine, Sarah, says Carl. And it wasn't intentional. Sarah, that's fine. It's the faux pas that keep the show going. God knows I make enough of them. And Skunk Rocker YouTube doesn't approve, but the rising tide does, Sarah. Damn right, Skunk Rocker. And we take care of our people here. Isn't that right? Nick Tucker says, 18 years of slow progress, and I am nearing towards 1,000 images. Wow. I like to leave access to my older stuff because it is a good reminder of my journey. That is, yeah. And that's a useful thing. I see so many people that regret their earlier works of creativity. And this is coming from a guy that destroyed his first book, okay? But it's good to know where you came from. And I can look at old stuff and cringe. This was just like beyond the pale, though. But anyway, Rick Bradley says, get enough fiber and it will pass. That's true. And I know that BKM once again on the road. Have a good day, everyone. Carl Wisman, thank you for looking out for me. We still have 10 minutes, so. And heavy fiber, says Brian Rodman. And much love. Love you to the abyss and back, Sarah. I really do, forever. And we'll be talking soon, I trust. And good luck. And keep me posted on your escapades today. And Skunk Rocker, love you too, man. Seriously love you. And Mike Jimmy says, I stay awesome, lovelies, and we love you too, Mike. You can always hop over to the Raging 2 Network to see Daphne and Nita rage about their week. Oh, not those two. Anyway. Yeah, I say that about Nita, and my eyes roll up enough that I can map the bottom of my brain. No, we love Nita, we love Daphne, and we support the Raging 2 Network, and they take good care of us too. So, and please check out. I did one of the Raging shows with Daphne and Nita, and had a wonderful time. We laughed so hard. Anyway, Nicholas Tucker says, I mentioned a broken link to my DA account, but YouTube must have caught it. Okay, or your DeviantArt account. Okay, but YouTube must have caught it. Okay. And, well, yeah, since you're wanting to end the show early, I'm just going to go ahead and say it. Have a great weekend. Enjoy Saluki Con, or however you spell it. No, you did it right. You did it right, Skunk. And, Skunk, I hope you have a fantastic weekend, too. And I hope you're feeling better about things as opposed to the other day, man. I worry about you. I care. So you have a great weekend, too, okay? All right. And Rick Bradley says, yeah, I can't wait to see you and Cookie again. I'm ready for dinner. I'm ready for dinner right now. I'm hungry. And meanwhile, I'm going to spend the Easter weekend doing as little as possible. That's a good plan, Skunk.
I like that plan.
Yeah, Cookie. Brian tested. Cookie approved. So it sounds like a good plan there, Skunk. And hope you come back stronger than ever on Monday morning. All right. And Brian, have a wonderful and safe trip. Thank you, Brian. I appreciate that, brother. And have a successful weekend. Thank you for bringing some joy to our lives this morning, my friend. Hashtag bring Cookie home and hashtag laugh like the shadow. I miss that, man. Who knows what books I have at Saluki Con? The shadow knows. Thank you, Brian. Oh, glad you reminded me. I have something on my Facebook profile page. A friend of mine from Prose Press is offering something like 500 books in ebook form on a flash drive. Offering it's like 500 books for $100. Please follow the links on my Facebook page. These are new pulp books, and there's a lot of good stuff out there. So anyway, check it out. I'm planning to take him up on it. Anyway, Glenn Fleming's Rita, don't you mean Tina? No, Nina! No, that's what I get from multiple forms of input at the same time. It's like trying to flush 10 toilets at once into a half-inch pipe. It's not gonna work. Anyway, Skunk Rocker says if Jesus can sleep for 3 days, so can I. Yeah, but he had more of a dirt nap, dude. You don't want that. And it was kind of tough lulling him to sleep, if you know what I mean. And cheers to that, Skunk, says Mike Jimmy. And Nita's kerchief kind of has Fez-like silhouette, just saying. She's imitating me. I know she is. That's what it is. And Scott Gregor says that joke was dedicated to Jake Lindsay. Don't bother unblocking me. I've got more where that came from. Oh, I hear you. I hear you. I love the friendships that have sprung up around this show. And rock and roll art, guys. I'm so glad. It just happened to be on Facebook and seen you were live. Darling, we are live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Central. And we also have a Thursday show on comic books called Comic Book Spectrum. It's a lot of fun on Thursday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern. So you know you are welcome here, Kat. I love you. And I'm so glad to see you. Just made my morning, sweetie. And exhausted. I'll be sleeping for a little bit after the show until I hop online again. I don't blame you. I'm going to be driving. I'll check in probably late afternoon, early evening. I also got to check out at least one Ollie's down there. So that's all there is to it. And love you to the abyss and back, always and forever. We'll talk later, sweetheart. And 7 minutes ago, love you, Brian and Cookie. Be safe. We love you too, Nick. Love you and the family. And we got to go out to dinner sometime too when we get a chance, right? And when I'm at school, says the rock and roll art goddess, and got the YouTube on and see you're live, I'm so tempted to click it on, but it's usually when my rock and roll all-stars are in the room too. Yeah, you may not want to expose them too much to the shenanigans that goes on around here. You could wind up on the news. Rock and roll art goddess corrupts entire classroom with her accomplice being a fez and bow tie wearing man. Anyway, from this, I'm Small Press Publisher. Enjoy the con and be safe. Pitch Volcano 2. See you on Monday unless you watch the show on Saturday. What, you gonna piss me off or something on Saturday night? Good luck with that, brother. Anyway, you have a great weekend, Joe. And rock and roll art guys, you have a great weekend too, sweetheart. Thank you for being here. You both have made my weekend. And I'm setting up a new art studio in my basement right now. So excited. Oh, that's wonderful. That is fantastic. Yeah, still working on the studio for downstairs. Actually, I have a place. Hanging the green screen will be possibly a task. But I found a place downstairs that's got beautiful acoustics. It's my comic book room. All the cardboard boxes. It's perfect. It is absolutely perfect. And so it's cool. And Nick Tucker, ooh, art goddess, sending the love. And love you too. I'm so glad to see you on my little phone. Well, I'm trying to fill your phone with love, darling. You put that phone someplace where you can use it. And thank you for being here, Kat. So happy you were here. And safe trip later result. Donna, you and Carl and everybody have a good time in the green room tonight. Can't promise I'll be there. But anyway, I'm rarely there anyway, right? I'm working. Anyway, thank you for being here, Donna. Love you. And Rick Bradley, everyone take care and stay creative. And everyone that is driving to Carbondale, be safe. And I'll see you tonight. Definitely on that, my friend. You have a great one, too. Looking forward to it. And with that, we are at 57 minutes, and we are going to check out now. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for all the surprise people that checked in. That was great. Now, I was going to poll. See, our show worked out well. And you can, but people said, let's let the show go organically. So we will probably ask later if everyone just wants a 60-minute version of this. But anyway, we hope you have a great morning and a great weekend. And I want to say thank you to our sponsors, Rising Tide Publications. Please check them out on Amazon and Smashwords. And also to our friends at Plasma Fire Graphics. Plasma Fire Graphics, when the look of your book matters to you. Did you look at those faces in that artwork? Isn't that great? Jeffrey Hayes does amazing work. He does beyond pro level quality, and he's priced for the indie market. Trust me. And he does fantastic fast work. You will love working with him. He's working with me on some projects, including the upcoming Terrors. And you'll love working with him too. So anyway, check out his Facebook page, Plasma Fire Graphics. Also check out plasmafiregraphics.com for more work that he's had in print, and then get him to work for you so that you can have a very successful book launch. I'm counting on it. Anyway, it's Plasma Fire Graphics. So the look of your book matters to you, because it definitely matters to your readers. And I also want to thank Rising Tide Publications for sponsoring the show, and thank the Rising Tide Broadcast Network for all they do for us. Check out the rest of our Friday agenda with Drinking with the Davies tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern, followed by the Historical Fencing Guild at 8. And on Saturdays, Dress of a Small Press Publisher at 10, Stupid O'Clock at 11, 1 a.m. on Sunday, Last Man Standing at 10 p.m., Comics, Chaos, and Assassin. And we'll be back on Monday morning at 10 a.m. as usual. Kat, make note of that. And our sincerest thanks to our Patreon supporters who keep the Rising Tide moving forward in print and on the air. And if you would like to become a part of that movement, then please check out what we offer you in return for your direct support at www.patreon.com/Brian K. Morris. Just $1 a month makes a huge difference in how we do things around here, so you are appreciated. Thank you, Rick Bradley and Grant Lankert, for joining the crew there. So sincerely appreciate you both, and everyone who is supporting us on Patreon. And I think that's it for now. Have a great weekend. Hope you have a wonderful weekend. Please come see us at Saluki Con at the Southern Illinois Student Center in Carbondale, Illinois from 10 till 7 tomorrow. Lots of Nevermorians, lots of great books, great artwork, super cosplay is going to happen late on Saturday. You definitely want to come by and see us, and we'll be glad to chat with you. Okay. Anyway, y'all have a great weekend. We will catch you on Monday morning for sure on a brand new live Nevermind the Furthermore. So as always, my friends, thank you for watching, whether you're watching live or on the rerun or commenting or just lurking. We appreciate you all, and hope you have a super weekend. Have a great and blessed Easter. Have a terrific Good Friday today. And as always, stay smart, stay safe, wash your hands, and never apologize for being awesome. Have a happy Easter, everyone, from everyone here at the Rising Tide Broadcast Network. We'll see you Monday on Nevermind the Furthermore. Take care, everyone.
Thank you for watching Nevermind the Furthermore, a Rising Tide Broadcast Network production. If you enjoyed any part of this show, please give it a like or a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Also, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and consider becoming one of our Patreon supporters. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time on Nevermind the Furthermore.